What's going on, everybody? So we are currently outside, or just me, currently outside True Believers Gaming and Collectibles, one of our favorite stores to check out here in the Menlo Park Mall here in New Jersey. Since I'm down here for a couple days hanging out with family, I figured I'd go on in and see what they have, because we actually have not been here in quite some time. So I'm going to show you guys all of the Funko stuff as well as the other collectibles that they have in the store. So without further ado, let's kick off this Funko Pop hunt. So walking up to the front of their store display, I actually spotted a Juggernaut Common 3-liter soda, as well as several of the Hogwarts Express train pop rides. They also had this Brie and Nikki WWE 2-pack, as well as the Brian Mariotti Making Fun bundle. Right here we have that beautiful Mystery Machine Dorbs, as well as this really cool Flocked 6-pack, which was exclusive to the Funko shop. Over here we had a couple 10-inch pops, including Vegeta, Hello Kitty, there was a Blacklight Hulk, as well as Olaf and the Demogorgon, plus many more. And then right here they had this giant Masters of the Universe castle, which immediately made me think of Vince from the Poppin' Duo. And then over here I had to stop and admire this beautiful Hulkbuster, which I believe is a hot toy. And then you can see all the giant statues in their store display. Moving on into the store, they were actually having a 15% off sale off of all of their Marvel stuff, which was pretty cool to see for the next few days. And then look at the massive store that encompasses True Believers here in the Menlo Park Mall. And we're actually going to start over in these display cases, especially with their Marvel stuff. They have several out-of-box pops mixed into these action figure displays. Love that Toy-tastic Wolverine, as well as that common red Hulk. And then moving on over to the next display, they actually had several Disney Vinylmation figures, as well as a out-of-box Mulan. And look at those two soda chases back there with the Mojo Jojo and Quisp Soda Chase. Moving on over, there were several more out-of-box pops, including Santa on that fire truck. And then over here, I actually noticed Yukon and Bumblebee, or excuse me, Yukon and Bumble, as well as a Bumble Common soda up there. And then moving on over into the next display, I had to take a look at all of their Star Wars figures. They actually had an out-of-box Luke from Endor, as well as an original Stormtrooper Funko Pop, which was pretty cool to see. And then moving on over into the final section of their displays, I found some more DC pops. There's Jaina and Zan out of box down there. Now rotating to one of the displays behind me, there were several larger Star Wars pops, including the Hoth Han Solo on Tauntaun, as well as the Trash Compactor Escape, and a couple of the deluxe 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back pops, including that Flock Chewbacca, which is awesome. And then they had the X-Wing Lesson in the Force pop moment, which was also pretty cool. That was a Star Wars Celebration exclusive. And now moving into this next display case, I actually found an out-of-box Raphael, as well as an out-of-box Shredder, which was really cool to see mixed into this amazing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle display here. There was also a Bebop Soda Blacklight Chase, which was pretty cool to see, as well as an original Splinter out-of-box back there as well. Moving on over into this pop section here, we have some Star Wars pops, including C-3PO with the red arm, some of the Snowman pops with R2-D2 and Boba Fett. There's the Artist Series C-3PO, and a couple more here from the sequel trilogy that I wanted to point out. They even had a Princess Leia there, as well as this really awesome First Order tread speeder with the troopers on it. And there are just so many pop sections, but the main one, of course, stretches the entire length of this massive wall. And I'm going to do my best to call out all of the cool items that I did spot while I was there. So what's nice is they actually broke up the wall into sections. So this first section right here has some rocks pops. I spotted that Bret Michaels chase, as well as the Chili Waterfall chase there. And then on top of this giant wall is where they keep all of their larger pops. You'll see that beautiful Jabba and Slave Leia 3-pack from Star Wars. There's the Ghostbusters Firehouse, Deathstroke vs. Red Hood, and then moving on into some Ad Icons pops. And then I also spotted the Toxic Avenger glow-in-the-dark glow-in-the-dark exclusive. Moving on into some more ad icons, we have the super cute Hershey's Kiss right there. And now moving into some Disney Pops. Down here I actually spotted the Eeyore from the Christopher Robin line. Such a great line right there next to the Yeti. And they even had an original Ariel, but this one was a re-release with that Disney logo at the top. They had a Blacklight Mayor, Blacklight Captain Hook, some of the brand new Donald Ducks with the heart eyes. There's that metallic green giant 2-pack, and they also had the Mickey Mouse on Matterhorn, which was a limited piece from New York Comic Con 2020. They also had the Chase Scar, as well as several 10-inch pops up there. You can see the Beastman as well as Master Chief. Now moving into some Fortnite pops, we also had Xanthar here from Dungeons and Dragons. Super unique pop with that I believe it was a shared Funkon sticker. And then we had some Sonic pops, some Pokemon pops. Let me see. Oh, I also wanted to highlight these Five Nights at Freddy's pops right here. Moving on into some more Star Wars, we had Crosshair from the Bad Batch, as well as Fennec Shan. Now moving into a couple Marvel pops, we have this super cool Venomized Hulk, as well as Venomized Iron Man. There's Spider-Man right there, as well as Stan Lee, and this super cool glow-in-the-dark Spider-Man 2099. They also had the AAA anime black suit Spider-Man. Did not see a chase, though. There's Gwen Stacy, as well as Spinneret, another really unique one. And here is Webman, which I have to check to see if I have this in my collection. Really cool Spider-Man variants right there. Some more Blacklight Marvel pops. You have Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Nebula, just to name a few right there. There's also Magneto, as well as Shuri. Lots of Blacklight. Really like seeing them all lined up like that. And then you have all of the What If pops, as well as some of the Avengers Mech Strike pops. And then up there you'll see some more 10-inch pops with LeBron James and Charmander. And then next to that, there's a bunch more rides, and you can see that Deadpool and Chimichanga truck up there, which is really cool to see. Moving on down here, we have some Eternals pops as some more What If, and then we'll be moving into the movie section. So down here, we have this really cool Blacklight Frankenstein. Absolutely love that one. Next to Apollo Creed, which was a little bit sad to see this time around. Had to wiggle him back in there because the boxes were jammed tight on the shelf right there. There's Sam the Snowman from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer line, as well as Dr. Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park. Up here we had some Kong pops, as well as the Blacklight Pennywise from It. And then, of course, we have more giant 10-inch and deluxe pops sitting on the top shelf. Now, I know it's tough to see a few of them up there because of the glare, but we had the Captain Carter on Hydra Stomper flying ride, which is one of my personal favorites. And then moving on down here, we have some TV pops. So we had Parks and Rec, as well as some of the ones from Invincible, which I know have been very popular lately. And then we have Stranger Things. And I had to highlight this 11 with Eggo's Chase, as well as some Power Ranger pops that we're now moving into, some old, some new. Coming on down here, we have this really unique FYE exclusive glow-in-the-dark Deet with Baby Murloc pop, as well as Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, which I believe they designed the Freddy Funko Shaggy off of that mold. Right here is the Entertainment Earth exclusive glow-in-the-dark Guldo, as well as Usopp from One Piece, as well as Bone Kichi. Hopefully I'm saying that one correctly. And of course, now we're moving into some anime pops. Up at the top there, you'll see the Deadpool on Unicorn, which we talked about recently on the channel, as well as the glow-in-the-dark Jolly Roger. That was the glow-in-the-dark Treasure Skeleton, which was a really cool limited piece from Emerald City Comic Con. Now moving into some Hunter x Hunter pops. We also have some Naruto, as well as some more Dragon Ball Z, which is always great to see. And then down here we have South Park, as well as My Hero Academia, and of course Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer. And over here is their Grail wall, which we will of course be getting into later in the video, so stay tuned for that. Up there we have the Big Boy Restaurant, as well as the Jungle Cruise ride. Now we're going to be moving into their middle sections here. Here is the super cute Snoopy and Woodstock, as well as Angelica Pickles from Rugrats, and then the fully holified Ichigo. I did not see the chase for that one as well. Moving on to the other side here, we have this really cool GameStop exclusive glow-in-the-dark Pain from Naruto, as well as some other great ones here from My Hero Academia. Down here we had some Samurai Jack Pops, as well as this really cool cactus rocker from Tokidoki. And then right here is Faith from Valiant. Really cool sticker on the front of that one. Here is Lust from Full Metal Alchemist. That was a Hot Topic exclusive. And now moving into the next section, which is primarily Marvel. I could not believe this LA Comic-Con Moon Knight was that cheap. So that one has come down in price quite a bit. This Punisher War Machine is one of the coolest pops that Funko has ever made for the Marvel line. Right here we have a Chase Wasp, as well as a Blacklight Nebula and Mantis 2-pack. And then over here we have some more Venomized pops, as well as a Superior Octopus. Great Walgreens Spider-Man variant right there, as well as the Big Time Suit Spider-Man, another really cool one that's not valued at too high. Over here we have a Con Sticker Zombie Daredevil. Always love seeing these zombie pops. I know they're still very popular, as well as a Venomized Green Goblin. The detail on that one is just phenomenal. Over here we have the Venomized Doctor Strange. I noticed the variant and the lettering on the boxes, so I had to pull out the other one to see if it was a glow. And then right there you have the comic book Emerald City Comic Con shared Thor. Over in this section, I spotted a really cool one that I wanted to highlight. Here's El Kabong from Quick Draw McGraw. He has a great original soda that would pair perfectly with that pop. There's Scary Terry from Rick and Morty, as well as Warrior Summer. So great Rick and Morty selection right there. And then moving on over to the next section here, we have this super cute Toys R Us exclusive Lucky from Despicable Me 3, as well as Phil Connors and Puxatawny Phil. There's the Indiana Jones exclusive Indiana Jones, as well as, oh, this one was really cool, the Flocked Spirit exclusive Sam on top of the Flocked Gossamer from the Space Jam line. So pretty cool to see those two Flocked pops right there. Moving on to the other side, we had the only Freddy Funko in the entire store. They told me they cannot keep Freddy's in stock right now. The demand for Freddy's is off the charts. And then we have a Flocked Squirtle from the Pokemon line right there, as well as a GameStop exclusive Mega Man. Down here we have a Toys R Us exclusive Flocked Mossman. There's some more deluxe G.I. Joe and Motu pops down there, including this Diamond Bulbasaur, which was really cool to see. Back here I had to show off the Handmade by Robots Wednesday Addams, as well as this other Wednesday Addams pop, which I believe Joanna actually needs for her collection, but it had a big ding on the window, so that's why I ended up leaving that one for another collector. We had this really cool black and white Chase from the Turtles comic book line. And then over here we had some comic book covers, and this is primarily the TV and movie section. Right there we have Abe Lincoln from American History. And then moving on over to a Disney section, here's the Diamond Alien, as well as Batman in the Batwing. That one snuck in there. The super cute Box Lunch exclusive Pocahontas pop, as well as Turbo, which was coming in from 2013. Pretty crazy to see that one. They did have this beautiful Miguel Chase where he looks normal instead of his Day of the Dead version. And then check this out. This is the original Disney Store logo Elastigirl from 2011, just hanging out in the Disney section with all the newer releases. Absolutely crazy to see an older pop like that just sitting on the shelf. Right here we had the Witch here from Snow White, which I had to pull out because it was in the hard stack. It did have a lot of value at one point. I'm not sure where it stands to this day. Right here is the 6,250 piece Blacklight Proto Robos mascot pop from 2 years ago now, as well as the original Walgreens exclusive Frankenstein. Over here are some more TV and movies pops. Let me see. I did pick up, again, the Blacklight Frankenstein. I just love that pop so much. I had to highlight it twice. And in the process, I dropped the Dr. Ian Malcolm pop, which I, of course, picked up and put back. Moving on into the next section here, we had some more Marvel pops once again with the Comic-Con Red She-Hulk. That's definitely a good one to pick up for the future, as well as the Japanese TV series Spider-Man Chase. So pretty cool to see that one as well. Moving on into the next section here, I had to pull out Rip Wheeler from Yellowstone, which I've heard nothing but good things about the show, and we do want to watch at some point. Here is Herman Munster from the Munsters line, as well as Hugsy the Penguin from the Friends TV show. Super cute to see that one sitting there on the shelf. There's some more Power Ranger pops at the bottom. And then over here, they actually have this really nice Pocket Pop display, which you don't always see in stores, as well as Pop Pez, so had to highlight those here for today's video. And then they actually had some regular Pez. But check out the beautiful, massive Freddy. Always fun saying hi to him. And then over here in this one section, I did spot some Funko sodas. They had a sealed WonderCon exclusive Black Widow soda, which I was very tempted to pick up. And they also had some sealed Elvira's back there, as well as some open commons, and even the brand new blind bag Biddy Pop. So pretty fun to see those. Now moving into the next anime section, we had a flocked Hot Topic Champa, as well as a metallic Majin Buu, an evil Majin Buu. And then we had some more Dragon Ball Z pops, of course, with a first form Cell, glow-in-the-dark Birder, as well as Trunks, and a metallic SSGSS Goku. That was a Chalice Collectibles exclusive. So pretty cool to see all of these Dragon Ball Z pops in the one section. If you're an anime fan, they definitely have you covered in this store. Over here, this is the last Star Wars section, I believe. We have Sebulba from Episode 1, as well as the Chase Iden Versio. There's Grief Karga, Black Box Original Han Solo from 2015, as well as that beautiful Power of the Galaxy Sabine Wren. We also had this awesome 3-pack right here, as well as Wrecker from the Bad Batch and the Black Box Original Gamorrean Guard. Unfortunately, this one was really banged up. Otherwise, I definitely would have picked that one up for only $10. Here is the re-release Blue Box Princess Leia. Still coming in from 2015, though, so she's got a little age, and she looks okay. There is the unfinished C-3PO. That was a Smuggler's Bounty exclusive. And then down here is the super cool TIE Fighter pilot in TIE Fighter Pop Ride. Love that one because it doesn't take up too much space on your shelf. And here is the only Omega from the Bad Batch that they've made so far. She was a Target exclusive, not a very dynamic pose that they chose, but it's the only one they've made so far, and we'll see if they make another one here with Season 3 going on in the meantime. Over here, we actually did have one more Star Wars section. Here's the Blue Box TIE Fighter pilot, as well as the Boushh masked Princess Leia from 2015. They also had Paz Vizsla right there. And now I wanted to show off some other parts of the store. That was a little complaint that we got from last time we were in here. A lot of viewers wanted to see the other sections of the store. So really quickly here, I'm going to show off some of the other figures. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles display. Lots of really cool action figures and statues. They also had a lot of great horror stuff. I did have to check out, they actually had a sealed Stranger Things upside down Lego set. Man, that thing has appreciated quite a bit in value. Moving on over to the Ghostbusters section, they did have that giant Stay Puft Hikari right there, if you guys were able to spot that. And they also had quite a few Hess trucks. You know, this is a secondhand store, so people bring them collections and then they buy them based on a percentage of market value and they just throw them on the shelf. So this is literally a collector's paradise. Up here we had some really cool statues. There's that Black Adam statue, as well as down here Marty McFly out of box in the DeLorean. I thought was really cool to see, as well as a Slimer Soda Chase. There's some out of box Rugrats pops right there, as well as Atom Bomb and Pennywise. Up here we had some other out-of-box pops. I think they're from Breaking Bad, but I could be wrong. There's some Stranger Things ones right there, as well as a Ghost Clown Chase from the Scooby-Doo cooler just sitting back there waiting for a new home. There's some more Halloween and Frankenstein out-of-box pops right there. Down here we had some more out-of-box. I believe one of those was from Predator. Couple Rocks pops right here, as well as a Knives Chow from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Over here I spotted some Dorbs. There's Two-Face, as well as this really cool Ren and Stimpy 2-pack. Love the multi-pack Dorbs that they have. And then over here in this other section, I didn't show it off too much because some of them is not family-friendly statues, if you know what I mean. But I know there are some people who are into collecting those. And then moving on into this other section, they had tons of cards as well as other very high-end statues. So if you're a card collector or a Pokemon collector, they definitely have you covered in this department as well. I was definitely in awe for a little bit here of the statues and the posters. They had some really cool posters and display wall art up there for sale. But the Hot Toy section was unbelievable. I no longer collect Hot Toys because they're way too expensive, but they did have some really cool figures. I also noticed Agent Coulson has his own Hot Toy, which I thought was really unique, but you guys can pause and check out all the Hot Toys. But now we're going to get into the Grail section. All right, guys, so we're actually getting a close-up personal view of their Grail section. This is where all their higher end pieces are, con exclusives, chases, autograph pops. There's some wicked cool stuff, and we're gonna go from right to left here, and I'm gonna do my best to call out all the cool stuff that I see. First off, right off the bat, we actually have a Gemini Collectibles exclusive. I believe it was a 480 piece from back in the day of the Rocketeer. Absolutely love that pop. There's also some Adventure Time ones. That Flocked Chase Gloomy Bear is really cool. There's a Chase King Bradley, which I know was shooting up in value for quite a bit right there. And then we actually have some signed Office Pops. I see a signed Pam Beasley, signed Creed Bratton, signed Daryl Philbin, which is pretty cool. There's a signed Dundee Award, as well as a signed Jan Levinson and a signed Dwight Schrute. Actually, that whole bottom section there is pretty much just all signed pops, which is pretty cool. And then moving up to the next section, it looks like we have an Eren from Attack on Titan, Asuka, a signed Tanjiro with noodles. That's pretty cool. A signed Powdered Toast Man. EB Games exclusive Azula, Tamaki, Renji. There's a fully holified Glow Chase Ichigo. Another pair of Ichigos. One appears to be graded and signed, which is pretty cool. There's also a Glow Chase Naruto Uzumaki, a Glow Chase Sasuke, a giant 6-inch Kurama mode Kurama, and then a shared sticker Cayuga. Moving up to the next section, we have a Ryuk right there. You got to be careful, that is a very heavily faked pop. Then there's a con sticker Hero Killer Stain, Gran Torino, also with the con sticker, a Chase Chalice Collectibles Vegeta Powering Up, Majin Vegeta. There's the metallic Beerus. I think he's missing a sticker though. There's also a GameStop exclusive Glow Super Saiyan 3 Goku, a Go Toys and Games exclusive Super Saiyan Goku. That one is also a Glow. A lot of anime pops. So if you're an anime fan, this is definitely a store that you'll probably have to check out if you're ever in the area. There's a shared sticker Golden Frieza, Glow Chase Super Saiyan Goku, a Glow Chase Kid Buu, as well as a Glow shared Emerald City Comic Con Perfect Cell, con sticker Vegeta, GameStop exclusive Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And then moving into some Sailor Moon pops, we have, which is pretty much the big grail for the Sailor Moon line, we have the glitter Go Toys and Games exclusive Sailor Moon with Luna. The only bummer about that pop is that giant Go Toys and Games sticker is actually covering up Luna. Other than that, it is one of the most beautiful pieces I think any collector could own. There's the Toys R Us exclusive Queen Beryl, Night Lights from How to Train Your Dragon. Those pops, for whatever reason, are just insanely hard to come by. And then moving back over here, we have Mikey from the Goonies, Conor McGregor, Leonidas. That is a huge one that you don't see too often, and it's only getting more and more valuable as the years go on here. A scented Hot Topic exclusive Tiki Stitch. There's also a Ghostface. If I had a penny for every time somebody asked us if we had an extra Ghostface, we would be a lot wealthier than we are right now. There's Stinger from the Transformers line, Baby Audrey 2, Columbia from Rocky Horror Picture Show, the original Rachel Green from the Friends line, Lydia from Beetlejuice. Who else do we have here? Dancing Ferris from Ferris Bueller. I did not know that one was getting up there. That's pretty cool. We have Sandy Olsen and Danny Zuko from the Grease line, a Chase Baby from Baby Driver. That one, I don't think I've ever seen that one in person before. There's some great Power Ranger pops, a signed legendary Super Saiyan Broly. That is a 6-inch pop. And then moving on to the Star Wars pops. Check it out. We have a blue box X-Wing pilot Luke Skywalker, as well as the ridiculously hard to find blue box Tusken Raider. For whatever reason, that one took me years to track down in good condition. And then sitting right next to it, we have the harder to find holographic Emperor with the underground, or I believe it's just Toy Wars sticker. That one is super cool, and it's been going up in value over the last couple years. Then we have a New York Comic Con Qui-Gon Jinn. Absolutely love that pop. 2,000 piece right there. Holographic Kylo Ren. That's another really undervalued one in my opinion. And then you have Freddy Funko as Ant-Man, limited to only 300 pieces from San Diego Comic-Con 2019. Then we have the Imperial Palace metallic blue Batman, then the blue chrome Batman from, I believe that was a 2017 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, followed up by the green chrome Batman, which was an actual numbered limited piece. I believe he is 1,500 pieces from Emerald City Comic-Con, which was very appropriate with him being green. Then there's the original Batgirl with the DC Universe box, the Chase Silver diecast Joker, and after seeing this in person for the first time, I'm still not in love with those chases. Original Clark Kent from Smallville, followed up by the specialty series Flying Superman, and then Supergirl. That Supergirl is one that people are always on the lookout for. Another one that has made its way into another one of our videos recently. Check it out. We have Ed Sheeran. I feel like we've been talking about him, ironically, so much over the last week or so. Moving on over into some more valuable Rocks pops. You have some of the Motley Crue ones, as well as Weird Al. Look at that Weird Al pop. That is super cool. I still need to see the movie that came out recently with Daniel Radcliffe playing him. Then we have the Diamond Funko Shop exclusive Selena. That one is always a gorgeous one to see in person. Then we have Gronk from the Patriots, Aaron Judge from the Yankees, as we're moving into a few sports pops. Even Arnold Palmer right there. I feel like most people only know him because of the delicious iced tea. And then moving on up to the top section, we have some beautiful Disney pops like that original Genie, original Disney Store logo Mad Hatter, and then the original Russell right there. Man, that one has come down in value a little bit, and it's a real shame because that is an absolute gorgeous pop. Then moving on over here, we have Ranger Smith, which is a 5,000 piece Funko Shop exclusive limited edition from the Yogi Bear line, and on top of him is Boo Boo from the Yogi Bear line. Those are ones you don't see too often, despite them being 5,000 pieces. You have an original Remy right there, a couple more WWE pops, and then up there you have the Mandalorian and IG-11 Barnes & Noble exclusive 2-pack, which is super cool. Indy's Ride from New York Comic Con 2016. That one was really cool because it actually wasn't shared with any other retailer. You could only get that if you went to New York Comic Con that year. And then sitting on top of Indiana Jones's Ride is that beautiful Luke Skywalker with Wampa 2-pack, where the Wampa's arm is actually cut off and Luke Skywalker is upside down, from 2014 San Diego Comic-Con. Absolute legendary piece right there. They have some pop shields that you can grab if you happen to be picking up one of these more expensive pops for your collection. Then there's the Deep from The Boys, which has recently gone up a little bit in value. And then we have that beautiful McDonald's 5-pack. Now there's just so many McDonald's pops, but for a while that was the only way you could get McDonald's pops in your collection. There's also a Chase Punisher where he's holding Daredevil's mask. I absolutely love that one. Then there is a Glow Chase Venomized Doctor Doom FYE exclusive. That one is another very cool one. Black and white Captain America from the legendary Winter Soldier line. That was a Barnes & Noble exclusive from 2014. On top of him is the original Spider-Gwen from the Into the Spider-Verse line. That one is a beautiful one, and I absolutely cannot wait for the third installment of the Spider-Verse animated trilogy. Moving on over, we have a signed Thanos by actor Josh Brolin. Apparently there's some rumors that they're going to be bringing Thanos back into the MCU. I really hope they don't, because I think the Thanos arc in the Infinity Saga was perfect. And then next to Thanos there, we have the Glow Chase Gamerverse Midnight Suns Iron Man, a very cool, unique Iron Man variant. And then on top of that is Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin from the original Netflix Daredevil series TV line. And that one's a good one to pick up because it has dipped in value a little bit, but I think it's going to be going back up, especially with all of the Kingpin appearances that are scheduled for the future of the MCU. But absolute legendary store, guys. So if you are ever in the Menlo Park Mall. You got to check out True Believers here. It's a legendary store. I actually just found out today that they have multiple locations. So we're going to go check out those other locations in the very near future. So make sure to subscribe. You definitely want to come check out this store, and I will see you guys back in the studio in just a sec. Okay, so we are officially back home in the studio here. We had a long drive throughout the night, but we successfully made it back to our home here in Massachusetts. I did end up picking up one thing from True Believers, even though there was several items I did want to pick up. I restrained myself because we are officially in the 90-day window here for moving, and the less stuff that we buy right now is the less stuff we have to pack and move. So I did end up picking up one thing because I wanted to support the store, and I could not walk away and leave this sealed Black Widow soda just sitting there on the shelf. I also apologize. I know the video today is a little bit on the longer side, but like I said during the video, I know there was a lot of people last time we were in there who said in the comment section they wanted me to go a little bit slower. They wanted to see more of the pops, and they also wanted to see the other side of the store. So that's what I focused on today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your favorite item that you saw in the store down in the comments section below. Now, some of you guys may not have been collecting when this Black Widow soda actually released. It released so long ago in 2021 that they actually used to put the stickers on the outside of the wrapper seal here. So you had to take the sticker off and actually place it on the can manually. So there you go, WonderCon 2021. We are actually looking for a beautiful white snowsuit chase here for Black Widow, and this is actually based on the version of her from her movie in the MCU. So let's see, I did pay a little bit higher than retail, of course. It was $24.99, yeah, $24.99, but that's not unheard of for a soda that has been out for a while. So here we go. Let's see if the gamble paid off. Do we have a chase? No, it looks like a common. That's okay. Common Black Widow. Her common soda is actually still pretty tough to find these days. So I was going to be happy either way here with the results. But bam, there we go. There is the Black Widow soda. And like I said, I am super excited because I found out that True Believers actually has 2 other locations. So we're definitely going to be checking those 2 locations out at some point this year. So stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel with notifications on so you guys can catch that content when those videos drop here on the channel. But guys, since today is Monday, it is time for our weekly Monday motivation segment. Every single week right here on the channel, we like to bring you guys a small piece of Monday motivation to help kickstart your week and get you through the toughest day of the week, which is typically Monday for a lot of people. Now, today's Monday motivation is going to be focused yet again on budgeting and maximizing your dollar. I understand that there's a lot of people coming into the community over the last couple months who may seem overwhelmed with where to begin and where, how to get their collection off the ground and where to find some of these items. And for today's Monday motivation, it is maximize your hard-earned money. We all go to work every single day. We get our paycheck once or twice a month, and we have bills and we have a lot of expenses that we have to cover as adults. After all those expenses, you have your fun money or, your money that you can dedicate to whatever you would like. Make sure you're maximizing that money that you do have. And that's why I heavily encourage you guys to look out for sales, look out for deals. The Funko Shop, aka Funko's website, occasionally has been doing some sales. They have rewards points. Rakuten has their amazing cash back through their website, which is completely free to sign up with. I preach this and I encourage you guys to do this because I want you to be able to get more items for your collection without going over budget or without putting yourself in a risky financial situation, which then causes you down the road to have to, immediately sell off some stuff to pay some overdue bills or to cover an unexpected expense. The good thing about Funko and collecting these types of items is that a lot of these items do have some really good value on the aftermarket. So if you do find yourself in a situation where you do need some quick money, you can sell something pretty fast to get that money for your collection. But in the meantime, if you every week are just practicing good financial hygiene, you can actually maximize your dollar. And that's why we highly encourage you guys to also check out great marketplaces like Whatnot and Mercari, because there's a lot of great deals to be had. And then also, like we saw in the True Believers store today, there was a lot of stuff in there that was very fairly priced. So check out the stores in your area, go to comic book shops. You never know what you're going to find. And even like we saw again here in today's hunt, there was a lot of older stuff and a lot of limited pieces just sitting in that Menlo Park Mall in New Jersey. So I bet there's some other places near where you guys live that you may not even know carries Funko that has some amazing items up for grabs for very fair prices. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Also, huge thank you to the manager and staff over at True Believers. They were unbelievably kind to me like normal, and we truly appreciate the hospitality. They really just went above and beyond. They actually let me film the second half of my video after the store had closed, which was just really cool and a really special experience that I am always truly grateful for. So thank you guys so much for that. With that being said, don't stop shooting until you score, and we'll see you guys tonight.